All right, I'm just gonna go take a shot in the dark and hope that this audio balance is pretty good. Um, yeah. So let's get started. Yeah, I don't really have a good way of checking the audio balance like during the recording. Unfortunately, I have like two green bars that I can kind of compare the heights of. But I have no way of knowing like how well it's balanced. Um, I think I may be a little bit loud on this one too. I don't know. Um, yeah. So as I was saying, um, yeah. So I got in here and I realized it was kind of loud. So I'm like, maybe I should go and play with the levels a little bit. But I mean, we're not going to be here for long. Um, oh wait, this isn't the tram. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? You know what? We're starting over. We're starting over. Anyway, so today is Tuesday, August 11th. It's a bit of a weird day. I usually don't cook on Tuesdays, and I usually don't go to the store on Tuesdays for like groceries. I usually don't grab groceries on Tuesdays. That's a more of uh, a Wednesday task to go and grab groceries. But yeah, I don't know, like the lack of ice cream. Uh, it was more than ice cream. Like I was running low on rice, and it just and fruit smoothie. It just all the essentials, you know. And I just oh wait, no. How do I get to the tram again? I've forgotten. Um, yeah, but I'm just low on all the maybe not the essentials. Maybe y'all don't think of these as essentials, but I was running kind of low on things, and I wanted to I just wanted to get it done, I guess. So yeah, I went shopping today. I went and cooked today. It's probably gonna last me maybe not the end of the week, but probably up till Thursday at least. I went in and fried rice again, but I got this last week. I got this really good ratio of like sriracha to the teriyaki sauce, so it wasn't like horribly what do you call it? It wasn't horribly spicy, but it had enough it was spicy. Like you could taste the sriracha, right? But um, well, hold on. You could taste the sriracha, but it wasn't like it wasn't overbearing. You know, it wasn't so spicy that I was sweating. Uh, and that's probably not the bar, but it was I figured out a good balance just based off of the spiral of how much sriracha I put on top and everything like that. Um, okay, so I need to confess something. I uh I went online and looked something up. I uh I looked up how much money you're supposed to give this the the statue down here, and it turns out it's only I think it's 3,000. Um, so between the 2,200 I put in last time and this much, yep, I get a soul shard. Dang, only one more and all right. So yeah, it's I probably I'm supposed to be playing this blind, but I kind of wanted to see what the threshold was, and so I did. I'm probably gonna be looking up a lot of other things to kind of maybe not like not necessarily like locations of stuff, but well, maybe. I just there's just an amount of time I can spend just wandering about trying to figure things out, and I kind of don't want to have to do that. So another thing I saw, and this was only a cursory glance, so it wasn't oh it was, but it's that there's an area sort of to the right of here, uh, and yeah, it's right there, and I kind of spotted it. Uh, oh come on, I kind of spotted it when I saved one of the grubs. Oh come on, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to. Oh come on, it's been a while. I didn't record last Sunday. I There we go. I'm gonna go and sit down on the bench back in the tram because it's right here. But yeah, I didn't record last Sunday. Usually my big recording days are Saturday and Sunday, and then you'll get Friday night, maybe Thursday night. But yeah, today's kind of weird. I've just been very productive this Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, which is that's not a problem, right? Or shouldn't be a problem at least. Uh, and then yeah. So one other strange thing was I got a match on Bumble. I usually don't get matches at all, but so this conversation was started off with a I don't know, like Bumble must have these like question prompts to kind of, oh, what are you? To start conversation with, and the one that was picked out was, what is a wish you like, what is it was basically like, if there's a wrong in this world that you could right, what would it be? And I really, like, a lot of things have been happening in the world recently. um, a lot of social issues, right? Whether it's the Uyghurs in the Chinese concentration camps, and I don't mean to get all political, and I understand some of you don't appreciate having the news read to you, um, but right, there's the Uyghurs, of course. There's all the Black Lives Matter um, protests. Probably there are still some ongoing, but it seems to have died down in the month of August at the very least. Um, there's still calls for the arrest of the officers for Breonna Taylor. Uh, Now there's oh goodness, what's the country's name? The one with a B. Uh, Barusa. Goodness, there's some God, what's the name of the country? I'm blanking right now. I'm pulling up a conversation on my phone when I Belarus. But there's a huge political scandal that was just unearthed today with their election, and internet goes down, keeping people in the country, and it's whew. But anyway, like, it's a okay. Oh wait, what charms do I have on? Or more, or rather, okay, so I'm missing, yeah, okay, I'm missing pride, and yeah, I sacrificed pride and thorns for this, okay. Alright. Um, but yeah, I just haven't sort of asked that question of myself before. So it's it's a strange one to think about. So I mean, um, I really hope I don't piss anybody off or make anyone believe I'm insensitive. So just any issue that I bring up is I understand those are not the only issues out there, and I do not mean if I misrepresent the movement in any way, I apologize. Um, that is the last thing that I want to do. Oh, all right. Okay, so the only like social cause that I've actually like really provided support for was ALS back in what is that, high school. There was a very it was a small donation then. Um, um, and then recently in the past summer, it was I actually went and donated to several Black Lives Matter causes, whether that be gosh, what's the petition site called? Um, yeah, but I split maybe I shouldn't be mentioning the monetary amounts either, but I split $1,000 between several Black Lives Matter groups, and then there was also a portion of that went directly to the family of George Floyd, because this was right after watching the footage. Well, maybe not right after. It was like a week or so after watching, and it just felt so horrible. And I knew that it would go and push the car payment off by about a half month, but I think it was worth it. Go provide some support. But I've, like I said, that's really the no those are like the only two really social causes I've supported uh, mo- monetarily, I guess. And I think the reason for that is I just I always, and I think I get a little bit of this from my father, but I'm always a little bit cynical about charity, um, and providing support to things. The last thing that I want to do is provide money to some cause, and it just lines some capitalist pockets. And like I said, that's a little bit, no, that is very cynical. Um, but like I said, that's just what I fear. The last thing I want to have happen is for it not to be used for the purpose. And then the other thing that really keeps me from monetarily supporting causes is I just I doubt the efficacy of what I'm doing. I If I could pay $1,000, right, and the problem would be fixed, I'd pay $1,000 in an instant. But I know that this isn't. This is something that is unfortunately going to take time. I think time is unfortunately going to. I think time is unfortunately going to be the biggest thing that changes these issues. And that's not to say that you shouldn't go and support these. I'm not saying that in the slightest. Supporting, you know, these pushes for equality or anti-discrimination. I mean, I guess that's sort of equality, but like it is important. I'm not going to go and say you shouldn't support. I'm not saying that support is necessarily unhelpful to the cause. No. But like I said, I think time is gonna be the big thing that changes people's minds. It's gonna take a lot of it's gonna take a lot of people who don't believe in the cause to pass on or have their voices. Oh goodness! And now this is sounding really nasty, I know, but it's gonna take a lot of dissenting voices dying out for a new sort of normal to be accepted. And unfortunately, I think that just takes time. It's gonna take time for, you know, economic support for, let's say, education, right? It's gonna take a while before the kindergartners grow up and make a difference in the real world. At the same time, though, I'm not advocating waiting around, but unfortunately, I don't think that it's as simple as pay money and the problem goes away. It's not. The problem is gonna persist, and it's the continued support. It's the yeah, it's the continued support and the drive and the raising awareness that changes people. So yeah, those are my two big, I don't want to say concerns with donating, but those are the two things that really keep me from doing it, from being more comfortable doing it. Additionally, I'm not exactly in the best, like, I don't have like a huge amount of disposable income. I understand that I am in a privileged, a sort of privileged scenario, I guess. I have a job that's well paying. I'm not gonna argue that. At a Fortune 500 company, right? Like I'm not gonna go and speak ill of the opportunity that I have. At the same time, though, it's not that cut and dry. God, you guys are so strong. So yeah, just this question, this entry question on Bumble just got me thinking about that, and once again, I'm not meaning to say that I'm not going to go and support social causes. No, no, no. On the contrary, I think it needs to happen. And especially if I agree with these things, you know, with these movements, with these activists, with these protesters, then yeah, I think it's very worth it to do. But at the same time, like I said, I just question the efficacy of my support. Oh, okay, so this is right next to where the grub is. I question whether or not it's going to the right people. That's the first thing. And then I question whether or not it has the impact that I guess I hope it does, you know? Like, I want this to have a difference. I want to have a difference. I want to make an impact. I just don't think $1,000 compared to, you know, I don't think $1,000 in the grand scheme of things is making a huge difference in the movement. You know, I'm just another head in the crowd. I'm just another head in the crowd. I'm not another wallet in the book. I can't help but have that sort of thought process. Anyway, oh, wrong way. Oh. It's kind of laggy. I have Chrome open right now. Yeah, my frame rate's probably pretty bad on this recording because I have Chrome open. It's lowering my processing power a lot. But I'm uploading episode 39 again. It got the first 4 minutes of it got corrupted somehow. So hopefully I could go and shut it off pretty soon, and maybe they'll bring back some frames, but I don't know. I'm not really doing much of importance yet. So anyway, my response to this girl though was ultimately the thing that I think the social issue that has impacted me the most has definitely been mental health. I think I mentioned this, but mental health and support at the schools that I've been to in high school and college. It's that has hit closest to home for me. It's either that or potentially school shootings. I remember one lockdown drill back in what was it? That was freshman year of high school, where some guy brought a gun to work and shot people. It was an active shooter at a work that was nearby, and we had to go into lockdown for an hour or two. I forget. Oh. But yeah, those are the two issues that have hit me most closely. So can I? Okay, I guess I can only break that from the other side. goodness, there's a lot of them in here. And my level 3 sword or whatever is still only doing... Still takes a bunch of hits to knock these guys out. Ooh. Goodness. Especially these guys that deal a ton of damage. So yeah, those are the two sort of causes that have impacted me the closest, and the things I think I care about the most, simply because I've had to experience them, sort of firsthand. But like, I understand the the whole right to arms, and I don't want to like infringe on that in any way. But at the same time, like, I don't think you need an assault rifle at home, you know? I think there are better ways of protecting yourself and of making neighborhoods safer than arming the civilians with assault rifles and machine guns. That's my opinion on that. Like I said, I'm not. Gosh, I put this disclaimer at the beginning. I don't want to offend anybody. It's not the intention, and I don't want to get too political. But yes, I think the right to self-defense is should be granted. At the same time, though. Uh-oh, this is a boss, isn't it? At the same time, there's like a limit to like, hey dude. Oh, okay. Okay, I see the shade cloak or whatever it was dealing damage. Oh my goodness, that trumpet? I think that's trumpet. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Ah, shoot. Okay, so maybe there is a way of getting to that piece over there. Or maybe it's further... I don't think it's further along. Do I want to change up my charms at all? Oh, I'm dropping frames though. That's probably my bigger problem. Equipped thorns. I mean, I don't think I'm like necessarily outclassed for this place, but the things in here do take more hits to kill. I think that is notable. Oh, okay, way, much further along. Yeah, but like I said, I think at some point you need to look past defense of the individual and look to defense of just the general people. And I think the fewer the fewer guns that everyone has access to, just the safer things become. That's my opinion, though. I hope I haven't offended anyone with that. But I think that's... I think there's a compromise to be struck that prevents tragedies like Newtown and the what was the Florida shooting as well. Like there and especially because these aren't like necessarily isolated events. These things keep happening, right? There's a pattern here for school shootings, and every time it becomes a pattern of maybe not denial, but fortifying of both sides, and you know, compromises reached. So yeah, like I said, those are the two big social issues that have really had an impact on me. And I'm not trying to go and demean other social issues. God, this I'm just qualifying every single statement I make. But hey, that's me. Um, um, Once again, I'm not trying to say that these are the most important social issues. Definitely not. I think it's a little short-sighted to. I understand that my position, like, once again, has been one of opportunity and privilege. That's where I'm coming from, and that there are much larger, more widespread issues out there. On that same note, though, I don't think you can just gloss over these and say they aren't big issues. Oh man, I should call this episode the Save the Bees episode. To talk about, well, I guess saving the bees isn't. It's a bit of a social issue. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one Saving the Bees. It's topical. Is there a path down here I can take that'll break me into that room? Huh. Why'd the thing break? Okay, so... Huh, so there's at least 9 of these things then. That's, a little bit surprising. I didn't expect that many. Okay. Alright, I kind of want to grind up some soul before I, go and, face this guy again. Hopefully I don't lose too much to the guys in this room. Oh. Oh, come on. Anyway, so yeah, there's a interesting, interesting things that I don't usually go and think about that I was think about today on the way to oh come on to Walmart today. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I haven't gone and pissed somebody off or accidentally offended somebody. But hey, you know, these are my thoughts, and if you don't like hearing them, well, then we must not be friends in real life. I don't know. Most people that I've met in real life are exceptionally reasonable, and accepting of others. Even the people that disagree most with me, I think, or that have the most differing opinions from me, I think are still accepting of differences in opinion. Oh goodness, I just keep running into him. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. He keeps teleporting in my way. I'm just kind of hiding in the corner again, like I do with so many other bosses. Well, hey, it works, you know, like you may hate the strategy, but it's been somewhat effective at beating these bosses. I have a feeling though you're not the only one I'll have to beat. Oh, nope. Yeah, I kind of cheesed that, not gonna lie. Do I feel bad? A little bit. But at the end of the day, like, hive blood. Heals the bear's wounds over time? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. The other thing is, I thought this... Yeah, damage enemies. I don't know. Maybe I haven't, like... I've been glossing over the effects of that. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I just absorb her. Okay. I don't have to. I don't have to fight her. Well, is there a chance to fight this guy again, though? I should probably go and, you know, I'll go and find some corner. I'll go hide over here, and we'll call this the end of an episode. It's been 40 minutes. I've gotten enough done that I think I can go call this an episode. Um, I've just been pretty bad at spacing these sort of transitions in throughout the recordings. So yeah, I will see you again soon then, when I figure out what I want to do next.